Tuchel just drunk a litre of poisoned coconut juice. To be honest, I'm not sure what I have to laugh at. I support Ireland. Yeah, this morning I'm getting excited because we called it Rocco Vata. You won't know who that is. I'm guessing you probably all think that's a type of dog. So look, I have nothing to laugh at, but I'm gonna try and do my best because this England squad, it's more ridiculous than KSI's boxing career. Am I the only one who thinks this England squad is nutty beyond belief? Hello, I am the Irish guy. Let's see. Okay, first of all, the 4 goalkeepers he's chosen are Dean Henderson, Jordan Pickford, Aaron Ramsdale, and James Trafford. Yes, obviously Henderson and Pickford are no-brainers for you lot. And Trafford has had an excellent season at Burnley. I mean, the kid's kept 25 clean sheets in the championship so far. 12 clean sheets in a row. He saved 2 penalties in 1 match. He's like that division's modern-day Petr Cech. Yeah, 3 years ago, he was only famous because he was Fogden's twin. It turns out that that's actually not the case, and he's instead being stalked. I mean, some people are scared about monsters beneath their bed. I'm guessing this bloke is constantly terrified there's an annoying vlogger under there chewing his socks. Apparently, Trafford is on the cusp of a move to Newcastle United this summer. So honestly, I wouldn't be totally shocked that this 22-year-old was England's first choice goalie at the next World Cup. I mean, Pickford will probably keep his gloves, but it wouldn't be a totally bananas idea because this former Man City goalie, despite his atrocious Premier League outing last time out with Burnley, he's got talent, Christ above. Despite being relegated and often performing like his fingers were made of gummy bears, he was still on Bayern Munich shopping lists, so no problem with those 3 goalies, sure. But I'm sorry, the inclusion of Aaron Ramsdale is a sad joke. The man barely kicked the ball at Arsenal last season, just wheeled out to play Brentford twice a year, and now this man is about to finish bottom of the Premier League again after doing exactly that for Sheffield United in 2021. I'm guessing this man's confidence might as well have been eaten by gorillas at the zoo. This former happy-go-lucky cheeky chappy is probably now so disheartened and demoralized that he probably bursts into tears when he accidentally burns his toast. He should not be in the England squad. No, no, no. Jack Butland is in a European quarter-final after his penalty heroics knocked out Fenerbahce and Jose Mourinho. Honestly, watching that penalty shootout, it was a bit like watching your favorite granddad getting scalped by a monkey at the zoo. And yes, mud bath next week. Oh, won't that be fun? But surely an English goalkeeper who is gearing up for a Europa League quarter-final against Athletic Bilbao merits a call-up over someone who now has such depressing Saturday afternoons. 4 relegations by the age of 26. That is ridiculous. It's about as embarrassing as getting arrested for Googling naked Looney Tunes. His career win percentage must be utter wet garbage. Honestly, pick Butland? He's actually got nearly double Ramsdale's England caps anyway. You might think he's old news, but it was only 2 years ago he was at Manchester United. Tuchel choosing to ignore him, it doesn't feel right. It's an insult. You might as well have slapped Jack in the face with a handful of muddy spaghetti. Alright, look at Tuchel's defenders, okay? Dan Burn is in the England squad. I repeat, Dan Burn is in the England squad. What is going on? This is surely the first 9-figured man to ever make the England squad, right? But you know what? I can't believe I'm saying this, but this is actually deserved. I know it's crazy. Last season, Burn was hopeless because Eddie Howe was playing an almost 7-foot giant at left back, which is like asking Hagrid to dance Swan Lake. It didn't make sense. He was trying to mark wingers who were so small they could probably sniff his belly button, and Burn was honestly hot garbage. A year ago, he was hauled off after an hour after Luton, little Luton Town, just scored their 4th goal at St James's Park. Every Newcastle fan liked seeing this Man Mountain play left back as much as they like seeing their mum drunkenly kissing a pig. But since being turned back into a centre back this season, he's been brilliant. And after Isak, he's been the Magpies Player of the Year. I know, most people won't have realised it yet. A lot of people will look at this England call-up as if they've just read that Johnny Depp has married a squirrel. But no, Burn has been quietly class. But it's wild that he's 32. And he never even had a call-up for the England under 16s, under 17s, under 18s, under 19s, under 21s. Nothing. And I remember doing a video about 5 or 6 years ago where I was proudly saying that this oafish looking turnip wouldn't play a single minute for Brighton all season long. Yeah, he's since joined his boyhood club, played in the Champions League, scored against PSG, reached 2 cup finals, has made the England squad, and is now about to cement himself as an all-time Newcastle United legend by winning the Carabao Cup. I was so wrong about Burns. So wrong. Who else is in there that looks strange? Right. Well, Charel Kwanzaa. Tuchel, explain yourself, please. Not even Arne Slot really believes in JQ. I don't get what he's doing in the squad. Slot lost patience with him on match day 1, dragging him off at halftime against Ipswich. Yeah, he didn't play another Premier League minute until December. He has started 1 game since. 1 at right back at St James's Park as Liverpool conceded 3. This man is lucky if he gets 1-minute cameos off the bench. Slot does not trust him. Kwanzaa was also part of the B team which lost to PSV in the Champions League. By the way, if they didn't lose to PSV, they wouldn't have then played against PSG. So Kwanzaa kind of helped them ruin their European season. And yet he's in the England squad? Did nobody bother to give Ben White a ring? I know he quit England in the strop because of who the manager was, but Southgate is gone now, and to be honest, I'm not sure why anybody would be scared of that man. He looks about as intimidating as a spoon. Look, I think Tuchel has said that White is going to return eventually, but get him now? Where's Jared Branthwaite? Somebody who's been part of an Everton defence which has not lost in 8 Premier League games. This Kwanzaa pick is so odd. What England managers have not done is think outside the box, but I'm gonna make a suggestion. Something that will make you all wince. As if I've just recommended that you kiss Pieface on the cheek. But look at it. What? Lloyd Kelly. What? Come on, he is playing every week, starting every game at the heart of defense for Juventus. Hello? Juventus! I realized he was a Newcastle United misfit, but hello, this season alone, he's nearly got the same number of Champions League minutes as Kwanzaa, and he's only been in Italy 5 minutes. Am I crazy for suggesting Kelly? Maybe. Okay, maybe. But the Kwanzaa pick confuses me. Right, okay, who's next? Colwill, Gay, Konza are fine picks at centre-back, sure. The left-backs are Miles Lewis-Skelly and Tino Livramento. Both are fine picks, although neither are in their best position. But then, look at the utter state of the right-back position. Lads, this was supposed to be the golden age of the England right back. Yeah, that golden age is now about as washed as Marge Simpson's voice. Honestly, she sounds like an iron. Walker's arrival at AC Milan has coincided with their season collapsing, losing 3 in a row for the first time in 2 years. This guy has shown pudding leadership skills by escaping Man City the minute they crumble, and his head is clearly not right. He's probably sent so many apology flowers. He's probably made us florist a millionaire. And finally, Reece James? No. I realize he was fantastic for you when you won the Champions League. But Tommy, that was 4 years ago. Just like my former co-host, James has barely been seen since. He hasn't started more than 3 league games in a row since Graham Potter was at the wheel. He might be 25, but he's got the body of your great Aunt Margaret. It's mental to think he was born in 1999. Because honestly, I'm expecting him to shatter a hip, just trying to brush his teeth in the dark. Putting him in over Aaron Wan-Bissaka, somebody who has been excellent right back this season for West Ham. I think that is a shocking move. There seems to be such a snobbery towards AWB because he's not fancy on the ball. But James, I wouldn't trust him to open a DVD box without breaking his thumb. And now look at the midfield choices. Bellingham, Rice, Eze, Palmer, fine. Morgan Rogers, okay, I can make my peace with that. I mean, he is about to line up against PSG in a Champions League quarter-final, so you can't really complain about that one. Curtis Jones has squeezed his way in. To be fair, he's done well for Liverpool this season when he's played, but I'm sorry. Who on earth gave an invite to Jordan Henderson? How on earth is Jordan Brian Henderson still getting picked for England in 2025? His England career just will not die. He's like that monster who keeps waking up in every horror film. Ever since quitting Liverpool, he's been like England's answer to Michael Myers. I don't get it. As soon as he put pen to paper on a deal at LADFAC in the summer of 2023, that should have meant his England career was toast. I mean, isn't that the reason why Ivan Toney is going to die on just 6 England caps? No, Henderson was still getting picked for England. Despite playing his club football in front of so few people, you could have literally squeezed all the supporters into a phone box. How does he keep getting picked? Sure, he's top of the Eredivisie with Ajax, but so what? He's been stripped of the captaincy there and seemingly lost his place in the starting 11 to someone called Cian Fitzjim. Sounds like somebody who should be serving up sausage rolls in a spar on the Ennis Road. Is he still getting picked for England just because he's got a nice big boy captain voice? Because he's good at shouting? I get why he was a crutch for Southgate. Like a comfort blanket to cling to. Because Henderson can probably deliver the booming motivational team talks as a former Premier League and Champions League winning captain. Because Southgate, again, when he speaks, it's definitely like listening to a snotty prefect talking about his favorite brand of cardigan. But Tuchel, you've literally coached Mbappe and Neymar, mate. You don't need to rent a team talk. You've been there and done it all. There's so many other options you could have chosen. Conor Gallagher. He just scored the winning goal against Real Madrid after a minute in the Champions League. No, he's not a regular starter for Atletico Madrid, but he does get plenty of minutes under Diego Simeone and has developed into a robust, snarling, complete workhorse. I'm almost at a point now where I wouldn't be shocked if the FA have told the England manager not to pick anyone from Atletico Madrid because they still haven't forgiven Simeone for getting Beckham sent off. Honestly, I don't know why else he's not in the squad? The only point of picking these players now is if you intend to use them at the 2026 World Cup. Jordan Henderson will be blowing out the candles on his 36th birthday cake halfway through the group stage. 36! Steven Gerrard was playing in America at 36, but you think Henderson will be good enough for a World Cup at that age? This is not forward planning at all. It's a bit like buying your 99-year-old grandmother tickets to the next Olympics. Think it through, mate! Look, Henderson is a defensive midfielder, so okay. Getting upset that there's no inclusion of Morgan Gibbs-White makes no sense. But why no Adam Morton? Or even James Garner? Actually, you know what? Yeah, where is Garner? He's first choice defensive midfielder for David Moyes right now. He has shown a beautiful eye for a pass, and oh yes, hasn't actually lost a game of football since August. Why is there no Garner? Henderson is such a dodgy choice of DM, you'd swear it was sent by Jermaine Genius. And finally, the forward line: Bowen, Foden, Gordon, Kane, Rashford, and Solanke. Look, Rashford has done okay since joining Aston Villa on loan, but I must stress, it's only okay. I mean, he's only had one Premier League match where he's played more than 45 minutes since the 1st of December. And he's in the England squad? One start in nearly 4 months? I mean, the last time he scored a Premier League goal, it was seen as too early to stick up your Christmas tree. People are now booking their summer holidays. Look, he's done well in the Cup, sure, but they were matches against Cardiff and Club Brugge. He had nearly 3 hours to score past Simon Mignolet, and he couldn't do it. This is someone who was banished from Manchester United because he couldn't be bothered to train properly. Have we all just forgotten Ruben Amorim saying that he would rather stick his nearly 70-year-old goalie coach on the bench than Rashford? And yet, just 2 months later, he's suddenly good enough to represent a population of 60 million? Where is Borussia Dortmund's exciting left winger Jamie Giddens? And Jadon Sancho hasn't been great at Chelsea this season, but he's played far more minutes than Rashford, taking part in every single one of the last 17 league games. And so at the very least, his fitness levels alone will be on a higher level than his mate. And why is Ethan Nwaneri getting snubbed? Someone who is a genuine Arsenal wonderkid who's belted in 8 goals this season? And Callum Hudson-Odoi massively deserves a call-up. This is England's second chance with this kid, because I remember the FA messing around a sensational talent like Wilfred Zaha. Eventually he gets sick of being snubbed and declares for the Ivory Coast, and I'm pretty sure when he went on to be so unbelievably good at Crystal Palace, Southgate was regretting that. Well, guess what? 3 years ago, Hudson-Odoi was on the verge of a switch to Ghana. He had been so close to fully giving up on his England dream, so this is your chance to cap him. He deserves it. This season, he has looked sharp, winning goals against Liverpool and Man City. Come on, picking a past it, washed-up celebrity instead. It's ridiculous. What next? Are you going to give J-Lings a call? I mean, if Henderson can sneak in playing Dutch football, are we sure the South Korean league is off limits? It's ridiculous, and I wouldn't blame CHO texting the Ghana president today. The whole thing is just hilarious. England are not winning nothing. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think about that? Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I just a bitter Irish goblin? Probably. Okay, but let me know in the comments below. Enjoy the video. Don't forget to like, share, as always. I'll talk to you in a while.